If you've been looking for a job, you've probably noticed that the job market is completely screwed right now. We're seeing people apply to not dozens, but hundreds of jobs before they get one.
I'm Caitlin, I'm a university graduate and I applied to 647 roles.
We're seeing people with legit diplomas from prestigious universities not getting jobs.
Basically, I'm not able to get a job.
I really don't understand how people are finding full-time jobs. I really don't get it.
People are calling this a job market crisis because it hasn't been this bad in over a decade, and the numbers don't lie. Entry-level jobs have dropped nearly 35%. And if you just recently graduated and somehow landed a job, it might not even match your degree. It's reported that over 40% of recent grads are underemployed, meaning that their job doesn't require a diploma or that it doesn't match the degree that they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and years of their life working towards. Now, some people will say that, oh, but the economy is actually good right now. Or boomers might say, oh, but you're just lazy, you're not trying hard enough. Or some people might say, oh, how is it possible? Because unemployment rate is only 4.2%. Well, it's not at all what it seems, because college graduate unemployment rate is actually way higher than that. And this is the first time in history that being college educated can actually make you more likely to be unemployed. That's crazy, right? Now let's pause for a second, because here's the thing. I know it sucks out there, but I didn't want to make this video just to continue spreading more negativity. I want to help. You may have noticed that I haven't posted any videos on this YouTube channel in many months. And honestly, I wasn't planning on coming back. But recently, I've had way too many conversations with the very students from our programs who we've been helping get better grades and, get into their dream schools, only to hear that they aren't getting any jobs because there aren't any jobs available to them. And it breaks my heart. But also it reveals a much bigger problem, that the old education system is broken and that I have a lot more work to do here. So that's why I'm starting to post again. And for those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Mike. I used to run this channel with my little brother, Matty. We were both medical doctors who left our jobs to become YouTubers. And we did pretty well. And recently, we actually got jobs at a creator company that just laid off a bunch of employees. So in this video, I'm going to share exactly how we did that, how we got new jobs. And if you find this helpful, hit the like button to let me know that you want more of these kind of videos. So to understand what's going on, we need to first acknowledge this. The system is rigged against you. This isn't about being lazy or having unrealistic expectations, but I hate to say it, the system is literally designed to exploit you. A recent survey found that over 80% of recruiters admit to posting fake job listings, meaning that they post jobs with no intention of actually hiring anybody. You may have heard of this called ghost jobs. And we're living in a time where it's never been easier to get away with posting ghost jobs because we have sites like LinkedIn and Indeed and Glassdoor and literally dozens of job sites where you can just post a new job with a click of a button. Now, these ghost jobs are getting really bad. There's a study that tracks someone who sent out over 300 job applications. Only 12% of those applications got responses, 5% showed interest, and 0% resulted in hires. Zero. So why are they doing this? Well, there are many reasons. They want to make their current employees feel like they're replaceable so that their employees are constantly on their toes and working harder. Another reason is that these companies want to create the illusion that they're growing. And of course, we can't forget that companies are just always looking to collect your data, your demographics, your statistics, your behaviors. They want to get data on who's out there looking for jobs right now, even if they have no intention of hiring. Now, here's some crazy stats. It's reported that 60% of companies admit they post ghost jobs to make current employees think their workload will decrease in the future, and 62% do it to make employees feel replaceable. And the craziest one to me is that 70% of these companies think that posting ghost jobs is morally acceptable. I don't agree with it personally, but the truth is, if there are no repercussions or consequences to the companies that are doing this, then of course they're going to continue doing it. And that's the reality of the situation that we're in right now. So when people tell you to, just apply for more jobs, they're asking you to play a rigged game where most of the opportunities aren't even real. But ghost jobs aside, let's focus on the even bigger issue that everyone's talking about right now, and that is AI. AI is not only completely changing the job market, but the actual infrastructure of work as we know it. The CEO of Anthropic warned that AI could eliminate nearly half of all entry-level jobs within 5 years. Goldman Sachs was even more aggressive. They predicted that AI would wipe out 300 million jobs globally. And sure, we all know that AI is replacing a large volume of jobs, but what nobody is talking about is not the volume, but the speed of replacement. The last time in history that something this big happened was the Industrial Revolution. But even the Industrial Revolution took place over decades, and people were somewhat able to adjust or try to keep up. But the AI revolution, it's not decades, it's happening in years, sometimes even months. And unlike the Industrial Revolution, which was mainly a disruption of the labor force, manual labor, AI is coming for knowledge workers. It's coming for cognitive workers, which is a huge problem because these are the exact jobs that college was supposed to prepare you for. I mean, just look around, right? We're seeing law firms cutting back on junior hires because AI can just draft their contracts. We're seeing accounting firms that are automating away their entry-level positions. Marketing teams just use AI to churn out copy instead of hiring interns. And the tech industry is probably the worst one. The New York Post covered computer science grads who ended up working at Chipotle because learning to code, the so-called safe career path, is now being done by AI tools that are faster and cheaper than a junior developer. Some tech companies have stopped hiring junior developers altogether. They only hire mid-level and up. So it's no wonder that Gen Z unemployment sits at 7.9%, right? Nearly double the national average. And this pattern is global, seeing it in Canada, in China, everywhere. It's a systemic issue. Now, some people will object to this and push back and say, sure, AI is replacing all the jobs, but AI is creating more jobs than it's replacing. And yes, technically that makes sense, but those new jobs were not meant for you. It's not jobs that the traditional education system prepared you for. Jobs like AI strategist or AI ethicist, like how many of us have that training? Or AI automation specialists? Like, come on now. And to make it worse, companies are investing less money into internships and training programs and investing more money into just recruiting people who already have more experience. So while AI is wiping out entry-level jobs that give you the experience that you need, companies are demanding people with more experience to begin with. It all just doesn't make sense. And I'm not even going to get into the other reasons here, like inflation or, the value of the dollar and stuff like that, because you get the picture now that the job market is the worst it's been. But knowing that it's a rigged game, what can we do about it? What is working right now? A few decades ago, when humanity went through the same problem, people told us to just learn to code and you'll be fine. And sure, it's true. If new jobs are all AI related, then you could just learn AI and you'll be fine, right? I'm not going to argue with that. Other people are going to say, screw the job market. Just become an entrepreneur. Go start a business. Now, honestly, I agree with that because entrepreneurship has completely changed my life. So I'm not going to argue with that either. But these pathways are not realistic options for a vast majority of people. Look, I know what it feels like to do everything right and still feel like the system is stacked against you. My brother Matty and I, we both spent over 10 years in school to become doctors. We thought we were set for life. But then when we got there, we realized that the system wasn't built for the future that we wanted. So we walked away, and it was terrifying. Our job security, our family's expectations, our whole identity was just up in the air. So why did we quit? Well, it's because we wanted to take a bet on ourselves. We had been creating content on YouTube part-time, like kind of a side hustle, even while working full-time as doctors. And things started to take off, and we were at a crossroads. It was like a now or never moment where we either take the leap of faith and believe in ourselves with our content creation, or we stay in our jobs and just let it play out. And I was working with other coworkers who were 10 years, 15 years ahead of me, and I saw what their lives looked like, and I knew that if I stayed there, that was going to be me in the future. And ironically, a lot of the doctors that started at the same time as me are no longer in their jobs, which just goes to show that no job is safe now or in the future. Like, even if you do somehow find a job right now in this terrible market, who's to know that you'll still be in that job a year later? But that's probably a discussion for another video, another time. My point here is is that content creation opened so many opportunities for us and got us to where we are today. What started as a side project eventually grew into an income stream that allowed us to not have to rely on jobs anymore. And since then, we've been coaching and working with others to help them future-proof their careers with content creation. Because just like how AI is disrupting the job market, content creation is doing the same. Your content is the new resume. It's the new CV. People can easily fake resumes nowadays. You can easily fake your letters of recommendation too, right? Like just put your best friend's phone number down as a reference and warn them that someone's gonna call them, so please vouch for me. But it's a lot harder to fake your content. Those are your words. Those are your ideas that people are watching. It's a lot harder to fake your social media presence, right? Your followers, your subscribers, people commenting and liking your videos. And sometimes that person who watches and comments on your video, that could be your future employer. That's literally what happened to me. I'm currently working in a job right now as a YouTuber and YouTube strategist at a company called Spotter. It's one of the biggest companies in the creator economy. And honestly, it's just the dream because Spotter partners with the biggest YouTube channels in the world, like Mr. Beast and Dude Perfect and hundreds of other channels. And yes, I do love entrepreneurship and I'm still running my business, but sometimes getting a job gives you access to networks that you otherwise wouldn't have. But the way that I got this job in a company that just recently laid off a bunch of people was because I was posting content. My boss saw my work. And I have multiple YouTube channels. My content library was literally my resume. It was my public portfolio and proof that I knew what I was doing. And I didn't have to apply to 600 job listings to finally land a job. My content library was broadcasting my resume 24/7 around the world to any potential employers or business partners. My content library allowed me to bypass all the ghost jobs completely. Now, content creation is not something that's going to solve all your problems. Content is something that amplifies what you already have. So if you do have a nice diploma from a prestigious university, or if you have unique experience or valuable ideas, then it's going to amplify that. We have a few coaching students who are doctors, and one of them blew up on YouTube and we got him monetized in only 4 videos because we leveraged his prior education. We also have another student who was able to secure a $20,000 deal because we leveraged her prior experience. So yes, it amplifies what you already have. But what a lot of people don't realize is that content creation also levels you up. And here's what I mean by that. For me, as I show up day after day, doing the research, reading the books, outlining, scripting videos, that all forced me to gain more knowledge and expertise about the videos that I was making. Take this YouTube channel, for example. Going into this channel, I was teaching students how to learn more effectively, how to be more productive. But after posting so many videos, it forced me to learn those subjects more deeply. I'm so much more knowledgeable about neuroscience, or how the brain learns, how to focus, how to sleep better, how to be more productive. I've read dozens and dozens of books on these topics. I've read hundreds of research papers by now. And more importantly, I have strong opinions and very clear ideas on these subjects. And it's out there for the entire world to see. And it's because of creating content that I've been able to level up. So it's not surprising that people out there are making content about AI and business and coding and finance in order to learn more about those subjects. So yes, a lot of entry-level jobs are gone, but content creation can act as your entry-level experience replacement. It levels you up. It allows you to be discovered by people around the world. It helps you bypass ghost jobs. It can also be an extra stream of income, and it's becoming the new sort of resume of the future. It would be foolish not to create and start building your public portfolio. And I'm not saying content creation is this magic silver bullet that will come and instantly solve all your problems. But having a public portfolio of my work is like my insurance, right? It helps me make sure that I stay employable and adaptable in the future. So start creating content, and it doesn't have to be big. Don't waste your evenings. Look at your phone time, like look at your screen time. Are you spending 2 or 3 hours at nighttime? Can you use that time to, instead of consuming more content, create content? Use that time to learn and level up. And if you want help with it, let me know down below or connect with us. I'm looking forward to making more of these videos on this channel if there is a need for it. And in the meantime, if you're new here, check out some of our most popular videos right here. I'll see you next time.